Hey guys, Steve Trowbridge here. Hope you all are having a good day. This is a topic that I kind of wanted to discuss a little bit. It has been announced, or it was announced a little while ago, that Robert Pattinson is going to be the new Batman. Apparently, Ben Affleck is dropping out. Which, I mean, I'm not a huge Batman fan. I really like the Christopher Nolan movies about Batman. I haven't actually read any of the comics or anything like that, so I don't know a ton about Batman. But I mean, most of the Batman movies that I've seen, or at least the Nolan movies, I've liked. I think that Batman's an interesting character. The way he becomes Batman is very interesting. I think he's a fairly well-developed character, fairly three-dimensional and whatnot. So it'll be interesting, in my opinion at least, to see what Robert Pattinson kind of brings to the role. Now, and I'm not disappointed that Ben Affleck isn't Batman anymore, because I can't stand Ben Affleck. I think the guy is just, I think he's insufferable. Decent actor, but just as a person, insufferable. After the segment on Bill Maher with Sam Harris and stuff, dude is just fucking, no. Don't care for him. But anyways, so Robert Pattinson has been cast as Batman. And you've got a lot of people who are mostly being rational about it, being, rational and logical and being like, okay, I mean, we'll see what happens. But of course, you've got some fucking idiots who are just like, oh no, the Edward from Twilight, how is he gonna make a good Batman? Oh my god, everyone's freaking, well, not everyone, but some people are freaking out about it and being stupid about it. And I think it's stupid. Because, look, Twilight, it was forever ago. The last movie came out, I think, in 2012. Twilight was forever ago. Let it go. You guys are being worse than the actual Twilight fans. I think they're called Twitards or whatever. And yes, I will admit right now that I actually did read the Twilight series in middle school. That was probably one of the earliest signs that I was gay. But, anyways, no, it's ridiculous, because if you go to Robert Pattinson's IMDb page and you look at all the movies that he's been in since then, he's played quite a diverse set of roles. And I was curious, because because I think he's done mostly independent movies as opposed to big Hollywood movies. And I was curious, so I went and I looked at a scene from Lighthouse that he was in 2019 psychological horror movie with Willem Dafoe. And I kind of looked at a scene where he kind of had a monologue, a monologue, can't talk today apparently, just kind of a scene where he was being more dramatic and stuff and everything. And I watched the scene, and I was just like, holy shit, you wouldn't even, if you didn't know that this actor, that Robert Pattinson was in Twilight as Edward, you wouldn't have known that he was that character at all. You wouldn't have known that he was in that movie whatsoever. The guy has shown that he is actually an incredibly versatile actor. I was thinking of Kristen Stewart when I said that, but that's a whole other can of worms. But an incredibly versatile actor. Now, say what you will about Kristen Stewart or Taylor Lautner, Jesus Christ, that guy just, man, talk about a train wreck, in terms of his career anyways. But no, I mean, you look at Robert Pattinson's, line of work since then, and he's done a lot of movies, and he's played a lot of different roles. So, give the guy a chance, okay? Stop being retarded. Just give the guy a chance. Quit giving him so much flack for doing Twilight. He did it years ago. He even has said himself that he didn't like Twilight. He didn't like filming it. I think the only reason he probably did it was because it was popular and because of the money. If you were going to get offered that much money, you'd probably do it too. But other than that, he hated the role. He hated the character. He hated all the characters. He said he wrote the book. He even said when he read the book, it read like something that shouldn't have been published. And even I can admit that now. My reading tastes have improved a little bit since then, since I mentioned that I read it in middle school or something. My tastes have gone up a bit since then, and I can see where he's coming from. Even the dude himself didn't like Twilight. You ever think that maybe he's doing, these other different movies, these different roles, because he wants to get away from that? So, give the guy a fucking chance. That's all I'm saying. Give the guy a chance. Yes, maybe he might do Batman. Maybe he might completely suck. Who knows? But he could also do a really good job. I think he could certainly do a better job than, I mean, we didn't really get to see much of Ben Affleck as Batman, but I don't know. I have a feeling that we'll be surprised. And keep this in mind. Heath Ledger, who is possibly the most... People argue that he's one of the best Jokers. Of course, there's Joaquin Phoenix's most recent Joker, so that would be like a heavily debated topic. But nonetheless, Heath Ledger's performance as Joker, phenomenal performance, great performance, possibly one of the best in my opinion. Let's not forget that this actor, before he did Joker, he was also the gay cowboy in Brokeback Mountain, and he was also the pretty boy in 10 Things I Hate About You. Okay, if you saw him in those movies, and you heard that he was going to be the Joker, like, forget the Nolan movie, act like it hadn't been created yet. You saw his previous line of work, and you heard that he was going to be Joker, you probably would be pretty dubious, too. You know, I would be. If I saw that he was in those movies, I was like, wait, he's going to play Joker? What? And then he plays Joker, and he knocks it out of the park. He's phenomenal. Great performance as Joker. And it could be the same thing with Robert Pattinson as Batman. And yes, again, it could completely suck. But he could do really well with it, too. Don't hold the fact that he was fucking, you know, a fucking sparkly vampire, you know, in a shitty shitty paranormal romance movie, you know, almost 10 years ago. It's been, I think, 8 years since the last movie came out. It's been the better part of a decade since he did those movies. So quit being retarded. Just give the guy a fucking chance. That's all I'm saying here. Give the guy a chance. It's unfair to hold that over him. I was looking at one of these videos where he was like, it was a series of interviews that he did about Twilight and how his criticisms of it. And someone in the comments put it perfectly. It's almost like, you know, you work at McDonald's as your first job, and then you go to college, you get a degree in business or whatever, and then you go to an internship and you apply for that, and you basically just start moving up in the world. You get, you know, a good high-paying job, good high-paying career, and they don't give it to you because you worked at McDonald's years ago. That's a pretty fair, you know, comparison. So, yeah, just because the guy did Twilight years ago doesn't mean that he can't do a good job as this other role, as Batman. So, give the guy a chance, quit being stupid, you know, come on. But anyways, that's pretty much all I wanted to say. You know, let me know what you guys think. You know, I think it's unfair to hold that over him. You know, look at some of the stuff he's did since then. Look at Lighthouse. You know, great performance in that. I mean, he's done a variety of roles. Twilight isn't the only thing that he's done. Just quit being stupid about it, all right? Give the guy a chance. Anyways, that's it for this one, and I'll talk to you guys later. So, peace, and have a good day.